The organization I started is called Speak Up. The full name is Speak Up for the Poor, and I incorporated that during law school about 4 or 5 years ago. Human trafficking is when people take people either from one part of the country and move them to somewhere else, or perhaps across country lines, even from one country across the ocean to another place, against their will or with some kind of fraud or deception or coercion, so that they can manipulate them and exploit their labor. Whether it's the really low-class garment making or low-budget garment making, or whether it's children forced into slavery to make cigarettes or to make carpets because their fingers are real small and they can handle it. There's a lot of child soldiers, which we could consider modern slavery. When I went to Bangkok in, I think it was summer of 2001, and I took a team of students and we ended up working with some groups that work at different levels with people in the sex industry or work against human trafficking. And we went with men going to try to talk to men who were the sex tourists in Thailand. And really that summer I saw some things that are so shocking that you can't imagine that they exist. I went into places where the men will sit down and they give you a drink, and then they pull back a curtain and there's a bunch of women there. And what they do in Thailand very often, in some other countries, is have numbers that the women wear on their dresses. And so men sit there and drink their drinks, and they have entire hotels dedicated to this. There's probably 50 countries around the world now where you can find some version of that, where there are children for sale for sexual exploitation. When it comes to that sort of situation, whether someone's physically unable to leave, or they don't know what country they're in, or they're just so terrified because they have something against this woman that she can't go back to her family because of shame, that there's something incredibly evil about that system that needs to be fought. So I set up Speak Up, and my hope is to do something to fight against those people that are doing such evil and to help release the people that are trapped in that.